What happens when two regular folks with no legal training take on one of the world's biggest fast food empires? It's a courtroom showdown packed with surprises, 180 witnesses, and a whole lot of fries. Stick around to find out how a leaflet and a big slice of courage turned this into the longest trial in UK history. The spark that ignited a storm. In the mid-1980s, McDonald's was rapidly expanding its global presence, and fast food culture was on the rise. However, not everyone was thrilled by this trend. London Greenpeace, a small activist group unaffiliated with Greenpeace International, began campaigning against McDonald's, accusing the company of environmental harm, poor labor practices, and promoting unhealthy food. Their pamphlet, titled "What's Wrong with McDonald's? Everything They Don't Want You to Know," made several critical allegations against the fast food giant, including environmental degradation, animal cruelty, exploitation of workers, and health risks associated with its food. The message resonated with many people, sparking discussions and bringing attention to the ethics of fast food. McDonald's responded not with counterarguments, but with a lawsuit, setting the stage for one of the most iconic courtroom battles in history. Meet the defenders. The legal battle that ensued involved two unlikely defendants, Helen Steele, a part-time bartender, and Dave Morris, a single father. When McDonald's sued 5 members of London Greenpeace, 3 quickly issued apologies, but Steele and Morris refused to back down, despite lacking formal legal training or financial resources. For McDonald's, which was accustomed to dealing with corporate rivals, this posed an unexpected challenge. Here were 2 everyday citizens, without lawyers, willing to represent themselves against a multinational giant. Little did anyone know this legal clash would span nearly a decade, becoming the longest trial in English history. The stakes were high, as they were forced to argue their case without legal aid due to UK defamation laws. Taking on a giant. From the start, the legal odds were stacked against Steele and Morris. Under British defamation law, the burden of proof was on them as the defendants to show that every claim made in the leaflet was true, a nearly insurmountable task for 2 laypeople. Unlike McDonald's, which spared no expense in hiring top-tier attorneys, Steele and Morris relied on public support, crowdfunding, and volunteers to build their case. The trial spanned a record-breaking 313 days in court, as they argued the veracity of claims about McDonald's alleged environmental destruction, labor practices, and food health effects. They faced numerous legal obstacles, from motions to dismiss witness testimonies to accusations of using biased sources, yet persisted undeterred. A media circus. As the trial stretched on, the McLibel case morphed into a full-blown media spectacle. Headlines portrayed it as a classic David versus Goliath battle, with Steele and Morris embodying the underdog spirit against a powerful corporation. McDonald's decision to deploy private investigators only stoked the public's sense of outrage, with reports of undercover agents allegedly infiltrating meetings and accessing sensitive documents. The press spotlight intensified, transforming the activists into symbols of resistance, while McDonald's found itself facing mounting criticism over its aggressive and now highly public legal tactics. For every move McDonald's made to assert control, it seemed to lose more ground in the public's eye, inadvertently elevating Steele and Morris' message about corporate accountability on a global stage. The media attention that McDonald's had initially sought to suppress ultimately amplified public scrutiny, reshaping the company's public image in ways it hadn't anticipated. Witnesses and evidence. Steele and Morris called upon 180 witnesses over the course of the trial, each testifying to one of the claims in the pamphlet. These witnesses included health experts who linked fast food to obesity and heart disease, former employees who discussed the company's labor practices, and environmental activists who criticized the company's use of natural resources. Despite having a fraction of McDonald's financial resources, Steele and Morris persisted, determined to back each allegation. McDonald's lawyers, well-funded and experienced, attempted to block many testimonies, leading to heated courtroom debates. The trial exposed the vast power imbalance between corporations and individuals and highlighted the difficulty ordinary people face in challenging a company with nearly unlimited resources. The verdict. After years of legal wrangling, the judge finally issued a verdict, awarding McDonald's £40,000 in damages, a fraction of what they had initially sought. While the court found certain claims in the pamphlet to be unsubstantiated, others were upheld. It was ruled fair to say that McDonald's paid low wages and that eating too much of its food could lead to serious health issues. McDonald's had technically won, but the drawn-out trial and media attention had made Steele and Morris underdog heroes. The case was a public relations loss for McDonald's, and they ultimately decided not to collect the damages awarded. In the court of public opinion, the activists had won a major victory, and their determination to challenge a corporate giant garnered widespread admiration. Taking it further. Not satisfied with the UK's legal decision, Steele and Morris appealed their case to the European Court of Human Rights. In 2005, the European Court of Human Rights ruled in favor of the activists, finding that the UK had violated their rights to a fair trial and freedom of expression by denying them legal aid. The court awarded Steele and Morris £57,000, which was seen as a resounding validation of their decade-long struggle. The European Court of Human Rights decision underscored the importance of free speech in democratic societies and the need for individuals to be able to hold corporations accountable. This ruling paved the way for legal reforms in the UK, particularly regarding defamation and libel laws, which had historically placed a heavy burden on defendants. A stain on McDonald's image. The McLibel case left a profound mark on McDonald's that couldn't be erased by simple PR moves. The trial exposed underlying ethical issues within the company, positioning McDonald's as a symbol of unchecked corporate power in the eyes of the public. In response, McDonald's tried to win back trust by revamping its menu with healthier options, launching environmental campaigns, and even pledging support for workers' rights. However, the damage was irreversible. The case had already galvanized activists and critics who saw the company's actions as reactive rather than transformative. The McLibel case became a touchstone in the fight for corporate transparency and worker advocacy, highlighting that public opinion and grassroots movements could challenge even the largest corporations. McLibel's cultural legacy. The case's impact extended beyond the courtroom. It was later chronicled in the documentary McLibel, Two People Who Wouldn't Say Sorry, which highlighted the activist journey and the legal challenges they faced. The documentary brought the case to an even wider audience and became an educational tool for activists worldwide. Today, the McLibel case is often referenced in discussions about corporate responsibility, freedom of speech, and the rights of individuals to challenge powerful organizations. Steele and Morris' story continues to inspire activists who face similar battles, underscoring the potential for grassroots campaigns to influence change on a global scale. Lessons from McLibel. The McLibel case continues to be a powerful example of what dedicated citizens can achieve, even without deep pockets or a legal team. Steele and Morris' courage to challenge a corporate giant helped shift public attitudes, prompting conversations about corporate responsibility, transparency, and ethical accountability. Their case underscored the critical role of accessible legal resources in ensuring that free speech is protected, regardless of a person's financial standing. Today, the McLibel case is celebrated not only as a legal victory, but as a beacon for activists worldwide, showing that persistence, even from a grassroots level, can make waves that ripple across industries. This case remains a reminder that real change often begins with ordinary people uniting for a cause, proving that courage and conviction can inspire and ignite lasting movements. And that's the story of how two ordinary citizens took on a corporate giant and sparked a legacy. If you found this video inspiring, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay tuned for more stories of courage and resilience. Together, let's keep shedding light on the people and moments that challenge the status quo.